WSKG-TV Binghamton.
Hello, this is Buster the Parrot, and the other one here is Maria Lopez, and you're on Square One TV's Math Talk. What's your question for today, Lucy from Long Island?
My question is, what is combinatorics?
Combinatotics?
Combinatorics.
Yeah, bad connection. Maria?
Buster, tell her what combinatorics is.
Well, sure. It's when you combine a whole bunch of torics. Yeah.
Oh, not quite, Buster. Lucy, you guys, take a look at this piece from Square One TV, and I think you'll begin to get the idea.
Look, I was just trying to impress her when I said combinatorics. It's just a word I'd seen in a magazine somewhere. And she says, "Oh, do you know what combinatorics means?" And I allowed us how I didn't, but would she like to go to the dance with me? Because that's why I really called. So she says, "How many shirts do you own?" I said, 11. She said, "How many sweaters do you own?" I said, 4. She says, "How many pairs of pants do you own?" I said, 5. But, you know, then I thought to myself, what's going on here? And she says, "Well, if you took all those shirts, pants, and sweaters and combined them together every which way that you possibly could, how many outfits would you come up with?" And I thought, gee, do you want to go to the dance or what? And so she says, "What's 11 times 4 times 5? And I said, "Hold on a second, my dog wants to talk to me," because I was being cool, you know. So I get back on the phone. I say, 220. She says, "That's combinatorics," and she hung up on me. I said, "Well, look, you know, if she's going to go to the dance with me, how many pairs of pants, shirts, sweaters do I got to wear?"
Combinatorics. It's not just a word anymore.
Maria, I got kind of confused by the big numbers.
I had the same problem, Maria. Show us something else.
Okay, here's a piece that'll help. And it stars one of your favorite characters,
Super Parrot?
Super Guy.
Close enough.
Somewhere in metropolitan Cityville, leaks were occurring in the local waterworks. Concerned citizens were doing their best to prevent a disaster which could flood the entire city.
Ah! We'll never be able to hold back this water! We're only 2 mortals against a wall of water! Yeah! Where's Phil Donahue when you really need him?
The job calls for Super Guy!
Destiny calls. I've got to find a place to change my clothes. Excuse me. I need this phone booth. It's an emergency. Excuse me, lady, but I have to change my clothes. Oh, boy, what am I gonna do? There's Gloomy's department store. I just tripped over my hat.
Here we go.
I'm just a mild-mannered reporter, and I'll just duck into this changing room.
Good grief, that is some outfit. Uh-oh, but you've got a big problem.
I know, but there's no problem too big for Super Guy.
Well, you can't go out in the street looking like that.
I can't? Why not?
Well, you forgot your cape.
I don't have time to get a new one. Destiny called.
Okay, but you sure look funny without a cape.
I do. Ooh, what a nice-looking yellow cape.
Yes, it is.
Oh, and I like the red one, too.
Oh, it's very nice, sir.
Oh, and just look at this green cape.
Well, they're all very nice capes,
You know,
sir.
while I'm at it, I really should get a new belt. What color belts do you have?
Well, we have this black belt.
Oh.
We have this brown belt and this blue one.
Ooh, I could wear the blue belt with the yellow cape.
Oh.
Or the red cape with the black belt.
Oh, that's very
Or
nice.
the green cape with the brown belt. Oh, this is so confusing.
Well, they would all look equally smashing, sir, but I don't think you have time. There are just too many combinations.
How many are there?
How many? I haven't the slightest idea, but we could figure it out. Here we go. This should help us get organized.
Good.
Uh-oh. Now, what are we going to do with all these shirts?
I'll take care of that.
Great Scott! What did you say your name was?
That's Super Guy.
Ooh, woo. Are you resonant?
Well, Super Guy fans, will Super Guy arrive in time to save the city? Will the walls come tumbling down? Will the town be inundated? Stay tuned for the continuing adventures of Super Guy!
So far, all we've learned is that the city is about to be flooded, and Super Guy's worried about his outfit.
Yeah, what does this have to do with combinomenomics?
Be patient, friends. You heard the salesmen say they could figure it out.
Yeah, but salespeople will tell you anything.
Watch part 2, and you'll see combinatorics in action.
When we last left the impending destruction, water was leaking from the waterworks and the citizenry awaited the appearance of Super Guy! But Super Guy was busy.
Now, you could wear the yellow cape
Yellow cape.
with the black belt.
Oh, or the yellow cape with the brown belt.
Or what would look really nice, what would be really smashing, would be the red cape
I like red.
with the brown belt.
Ooh, or
I
the
love that.
green cape with the brown belt.
Ooh, that's wonderful.
Super.
That's wonderful. I've got it. I've got it. What's really groovy
Yeah?
is the green cape,
Green cape.
with the blue belt.
Or if I wanted something really smart for evening wear, I could wear the yellow cape,
Yellow cape.
and the blue belt.
Blue belt, yes. Oh, that's
I think
amazing. Are
that's
you
good.
sure you haven't done this before?
Never.
Or, what's really nice
Yes?
is the green cape
Green cape.
with the black belt.
Super.
That's strong.
Now,
look.
don't
Strength.
forget the red cape and the blue belt.
Oh, that's amazing.
Now,
That's super.
have we
super.
forgotten anything?
Well, let's see if we can get all of this in some type of order.
That would be much easier.
Let's put all of the yellow capes here,
Yeah.
all of the green capes here, and all of the red capes here.
Oh, I like that.
Wait, look at this. Look. Here we have
What are you doing?
black, brown, and blue.
Oh, I like that. Much
That's
easier.
beautiful. Wait a minute, wait a minute. What goes here?
My super sensitive eyes tell me that would be the red cape with the black belt.
Red cape, black belt.
It would also be tic-tac-toe. Oh, sorry.
Very good, sir. We've also solved the problem, you see? We have each color cape with each color belt. There are 9 possible combinations.
My super sensitive eyes also tell me there are 3 belts and 3 capes. Maybe we could have multiplied 3 times 3, and that also would have given us the answer 9.
Wonderful. Have you decided which color cape and belt you would like, sir?
I'll have the red cape and the black belt.
An excellent choice. I recommend that highly.
I've forgotten all about those poor people at the waterworks.
Well, let's crack it up. Will that be cash or charge?
Oh, put it on my account. Thanks a lot. Sorry.
Sorry, sir. What's that name again?
Super Guy. What do you think?
I think we're gonna have a flood if we don't get some help soon!
Oh, I was wondering what you thought of my new red cape and my new black belt.
Oh, it's nice!
Oh, sorry it took so long. But you know how many different combinations there are if you have 3 different capes and 3 different belts.
4? 8! 12!
Actually, it isn't difficult to figure out. For each of the 3 capes, there are 3 choices of belts. So all you have to do is multiply the number of capes times the number of belts. 3 times 3 equals 9. Now I could...
Do you see how how combinatorics helped him, Lucy?
Combinatorics helps you to count.
True. Combinatorics is a way of organizing things so you can see how many possible combinations there are.
Okay, but for each cape, Super Guy had his choice of 3 belts. What if there were, say, 10 different colored capes?
Lucy, you and Buster, see if you can figure that out.
Let's see. 10 capes, 3 belts,
Yeah, for each belt, there'd be 10 capes,
3 times 10.
30 combinations.
All right.
And Maria, I know the end of the story. He did save the city.
He did? Good.
Yeah, but his cape got all wet.
That's too bad.
Yeah, he's now known as Soggy Guy.
You're a featherhead.
Yeah.
Let's look at this game show question about combinatorics.
Now, the second question is a video question, so pay close attention to your monitors. Let's say that I have 6 T-shirts. Now, what is the smallest number of shorts that I would need to make at least 20 different combinations of shorts and T-shirts? I have 6 T-shirts. What's the smallest number of shorts I would need to make at least 20 different combinations of shorts and T-shirts? Beverly.
Oh, easy. 20 minus 6 is 14, right? You have 6 T-shirts, so you need 14 shorts.
Thank you, Beverly. Chris.
No, I think you only need 4 shorts because you can match each of your shorts to each T-shirt and get at least 20 combinations, at least.
Thank you, Chris. Think about it and write down your decisions. All right, time's up. Randy, what do you think?
I think Chris is telling the truth and Beverly is bluffing.
You think Chris is telling the truth and Beverly is bluffing. Thank you. Shannon.
I think Chris is telling the truth and Beverly is bluffing.
You also think that Chris is telling the truth and Beverly is bluffing. Let's find out how you did with our second question. Will the truth tellers please stand? Oh. Chris was telling the truth and Beverly was bluffing. Why is that, Chris?
Okay, well, we have 6 T-shirts. Now, with one of your shorts, you can make 6 different combinations like this. With 2 of your shorts, you can make 12. With 3 shorts, you can make 18. And with 4, you will have 24, because that's 4 times 6. And that's more than enough, since we only needed 20 combinations. That does it, right?
4 shorts. There you go.
Now do you see what combinatorics is about, Lucy?
Yeah, combinatorics is a way to count outfits.
That's not all it's about.
It's not?
No, for example, ice cream cones are made with combinatorics.
Explain yourself, Mr. Parrot.
Let's say you've got 1 ice cream cone and 3 toppings. My personal favorites are sunflower seeds, crushed crackers, and olives.
Ugh!
Obviously, your taste is pedestrian. Here, tell me how many combinations I can make with these 3 toppings.
Okay, you could have no toppings.
Or I could have just 1 topping, olives, or sunflower seeds, or crushed crackers.
Or you could use 2 toppings, olives and sunflower seeds, or olives and crushed crackers, or sunflower seeds and crushed crackers.
Ugh. Or you could have all 3 toppings. That's a total of 8 combinations.
Yeah, 8 combinations.
Here's another way to look at it. For each of the 3 toppings, you have 2 choices. You either put it on or you don't. 2 times 2 times 2 equals 8.
If you had 4 toppings...
You'd have 16 combinations.
Yep.
Thanks, guys. Gotta go.
Maria, what if I had no toppings and no ice cream?
Then you would have nothing to eat but the cone.
My favorite part.
Buster, you're an odd bird.
But lovable.
Sometimes a lovable odd bird. Join us again on Math Talk.
And remember, as my good buddy Dweezil said, combinatorics is not just a word anymore.
It isn't?
Nah, it's a beakful.
Square One TV Math Talk is a production of the Children's Television Workshop. Funding for Square One TV Math Talk was provided by the National Science Foundation, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, and by annual financial support from viewers like you. To purchase video cassettes or a Math Talk Teacher's Guide, please write to this address.
WSKG TV, Binghamton.
Hello, I'm Buster the Parrot.
And I'm Maria Lopez.
And this is Square One TV's Math Talk.
Today's show is about positive and negative numbers. Buster, what's the smallest number you can think of?
Okay, it's 0. Because 0 is zilch. It's none. It's the black hole of numbers. A 0 is beneath contempt.
Buster, what is a negative number?
A number that goes around dissing the other numbers. You call yourself a 9, you're nothing but an upside-down 6. Look at that twerpot, 13.
No, Buster. A negative number is a number less than 0.
How can a number be less than 0?
Hello, Stanley from Stanhope. You're on Math Talk.
Buster, Maria is right. There are numbers that are less than 0. I'm Stanley O'Toole, and I found out the hard way.
Are you that klutz I saw in that bad film at the Math Film Festival?
Sorry, I just fell off my chair and hit my head on the cat. Anyway, watch this film of me.
At the big diver meet at a school, a diver named Stanley O'Toole did a horrid backflip that the judges scored zip, the worst ever seen at a pool. Well, the spectators let out a roar, but Stanley had more thrills in store. His next dive was poorer and caused such a furor, they gave him a negative score. He got less than 0, less than 0. The score was running in reverse. Less than 0, he's an anti-hero.
Watch me go from bad to worse.
At a dance contest down by the shore, Stan tripped and fell on the floor. The judge cried, P.U., you get -2, said Stan with a grin.
Less is more.
He got less than 0, less than 0. He's a negative guy. Less than 0, he's an anti-hero.
Worse than nothing is my battle cry.
When he skated for the roses at the roller rink, the judges held their noses and said, Stan, you stink. You're so bad, we gotta give you a sub-0 score. It added up to -24. Stan entered a hammer throw meet, set a record that no one will beat. He threw it behind him. The score they assigned him was -55 feet. He got less than 0, less than 0. No ifs and no ands and no buts. Less than 0, he's an anti-hero.
I'm a certified nationwide klutz.
Yeah.
I'm a certified nationwide klutz. Yeah.
I see what you mean, Stanley. You were so bad the judges gave you negative scores.
Here's a game show called Square One Challenge. It'll make you feel better about negative numbers.
Ow!
Then again, maybe not.
It's a video question, so keep your eyes on the video monitor. Yesterday at noon, the temperature was 20 degrees, as you can see there. By midnight, it had dropped to a temperature that was 3 degrees away from 0. How many degrees did the temperature drop? It was 20 degrees. It dropped to a temperature that was 3 degrees away from 0. How many degrees did the temperature drop? Louisa.
Well, just subtract. 20 degrees minus 3 degrees is 17 degrees. So it could have fallen 17 degrees.
Louisa says 17 degrees. Truth or bluff? Chris.
Well, if the thermometer drops from 20 degrees to 3 below, that's a drop of 23 degrees.
Chris says 23 degrees. Truth or bluff? Think about it. It was 20 degrees. It dropped to a temperature that was 3 degrees away from 0. All right, you have had time to lock in your decision. Sarah,
I think that Chris is telling the truth and Louisa is telling the truth.
you believe that both Chris and Louisa are telling the truth. That is an option. Craig, your decision.
I think Chris is telling the truth and Louisa is telling the truth.
You also believe that Chris and Louisa are both telling the truth. Let's find out how you did for 100 points. Will the truth tellers please stand? Absolutely right. They are both telling the truth. All right, Louisa, can you please explain?
Well, we both could be right, Larry. You said 3 degrees away from 0, and there are 2 temperatures that are 3 degrees away from 0. 3 above and 3 below 0. The temperature could fall 17 degrees and register 3 degrees above 0.
Or it could drop 23 degrees, and that's 20 degrees and 3 more, and the result would be 3 degrees below 0.
So you see, positive 3.
Which is 3 degrees above 0.
Right. And negative 3.
Which is 3 degrees below 0, or if you prefer.
You could call it negative 3 degrees, or minus 3 degrees, or just 3 below.
Or you could say it was colder than a...
Never mind, Buster. Stanley, do you know what happens when you add positive and negative numbers?
You put your eye out?
No. Watch this sketch.
Yeah!
Boy, those are violent little fellows.
Looks like my aerobics class, which, by the way, I'm late for. Bye now.
Good luck, Stanley. You'll need it.
There's another caller on the thing.
I'm Pauline, from Pauline's Perilous Pyramid.
The video game character from Square One TV?
One and the same. I try to climb all the way to the top, armed only with my wits and my zapper.
What's your zapper?
It's a gizmo that changes positive numbers to negative numbers and vice versa. Just watch me in action. I'm terrific.
He's a self-assured little tyke.
Pauline, you have 2 chances to jump to the top of the pyramid. Each number you land on will be added to your score. You will be safe if your total stays between positive 25 and negative 25. If it goes outside this range, you'll be thrown from the pyramid. And remember, you have 1 zapper. Changes negative to positive or positive to negative. And time is of the essence. Begin.
All right, 5.
Total 5.
Negative 15.
Total negative 10.
Wonderful. Negative 10.
Total negative 20.
Well, there's only one place to go. That makes it easy. Hey, yeah, take some time to think.
Lost time is never found again.
I don't need more time. There's only one move to make. You sure about that? Yes! Negative 8!
Total negative 28. Goodbye.
Maybe next time don't worry, I have one more chance.
You get one more chance. Ready, set, go.
Here goes. 5!
Total 5.
Negative 15!
Total, -10.
-10.
Total, -20.
Okay. -8 won't get the best of me this time.
Time is but the stream I go a-fishing in.
I believe that. You know what to do. Right. What? Zap it. Right. Zap it! Awesome. 8.
Total, -12.
2.
Total, -10.
I won!
You stayed within the range of 25 and -25.
Sweet victory!
I'll get you next time.
Did it hurt when you got tossed off the pyramid?
No. Luckily, I landed on some klutz named Stanley.
Pauline, was there any way you could have got to the top without using the zapper?
I see a path. You could go from -2 to 1,
Total -1.
then to 9,
Total +8.
then to 7,
That's +15.
and then to 2.
Total +17. I'm at the top. And without the zapper, I am the greatest.
Any other ways to get there?
Maybe, but I already won. I'm out of here.
The child knows what she wants, and she goes for it.
Uh-huh. Let's see if we can find a way. How about this? 5 to 3 to -10 to -8.
To +2. I'm at the top. I won. I am the greatest.
No, you are the loudest. Watch this.
I accept your kind order.
Mathman? Nope. He's sick as a pig. Very well. Glitch. Your mission is to beat exactly the numbers for P that will make this inequality true. 7 plus P is less than 7. When you encounter a number, you will have until the count of 3 to make your decision. And beware the highly intelligent Mathman. He will... Nope. 5 is too big. Oh, it's so lonely in the country. Let's see. -3 ought to work. 7 plus -3 is 4. It's a lonely ha-ha! That equals 7.
What the heck did that P mean?
The P's just a letter that stands for a number.
But why P? Why not X or Y or Z or N?
They'd be good, too. Any letter can stand for any number.
This is hard.
Some things are hard, Buster.
Yeah.
What this means is 7 plus some number is less than 7.
But why didn't 0 work?
What's 7 plus 0?
I see. 7 plus 0 equals 7. It's not less than 7.
You're one of the smartest birds I ever knew.
Yeah.
And so are you guys. Join us again on Square One TV's
Less Than Math Talk. Just a teeny joke.
Buster, I'm glad I know you.
Yeah. Maria, will you walk me home?
Square One TV Math Talk is a production of the Children's Television Workshop. Funding for Square One TV Math Talk was provided by the National Science Foundation, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, and by annual financial support from viewers like you. To purchase video cassettes or a Math Talk Teacher's Guide, please write to this address.
WSKG TV, Binghamton.
Hello, and welcome to Math Talk. I'm Maria Lopez, and my friend...
Oh, no!
...is Buster the oh-no parrot. Buster, what are you doing?
We're reading the newspaper, Maria, and the news is not good.
What's wrong?
Archduke Ferdinand of Austria has been assassinated.
What?
Political pundits think this could lead to war. Help, help, help.
Buster, Archduke Ferdinand was assassinated, and it did lead to war. World War I.
What did I tell you?
That was in 1914. You've got a very old newspaper.
I do?
Where did you get it?
Off the bottom of my cage.
Buster, when it comes to cleanliness...
Maria! A ding-a-ling on the ringing thing.
Hi, I'm Sandy from San Diego.
What can we do for you, Sandy?
For my birthday, my folks got me a ruler.
And your question is?
Why are my folks so cheap?
No, it's why doesn't it work? I measure stuff and it never comes out right. It's a wrong ruler.
Rulers can be tricky. Watch this sketch from Square One TV and you'll see. You've got to keep your eye on rulers.
Where were you when Archduke Ferdinand needed help?
That was a different kind of ruler.
Oh, sure. Now you change it. Careful, Sandy. You and your ruler could start another world war.
Watch this.
Oops is brought to you by Erasers. Don't make a mistake without one. On October 12th, 1935, Nordrock Twitch E-Room was working on a highly secret project. Just before he quit for the day, he made one seemingly insignificant mismeasurement. Because of that tiny mistake, just look what happened.
Oops! I should have started here.
Let's look at that again.
If I had done this right the first place, maybe this wouldn't have happened.
Oops was brought to you by Erasers. Don't make a mistake without one.
That's exactly the kind of ruler I have. The zero isn't really at the end of the stick.
That's the trick. Make sure you line up the zero mark on the ruler with the end of the thing you're measuring.
And as long as we're talking about measuring length, here's another situation from Square One. In this one, the folks have to figure out how long a carpet runner to put on their staircase.
Okay.
Buster, are you finished with that newspaper yet?
Yeah, almost. I see the Lusitania is being outfitted for a voyage next year.
Nobody's in. I said nobody's in. No. You don't have to call back later when somebody's in. That's the name of the hotel. Nobody's in. I-N-N. Yes, that's right. You're speaking to the proprietor, Mr. Nobody. No, I don't suffer from low self-esteem. That's my name. Look, do you want a room or not? A double on the night of the 16th. Very good. Yes. What? Oh, yes. We keep the place very clean. I assure you we change the sheets every day. From bed to bed. Ooh, time for that nap.
Jack! No! No!
Salty!
dear, are you all right?
Yes, Jane. Lovebird of my life, nectar of my existence. Just a few crushed vertebrae, nothing serious.
That's the third time you tripped on those steps this week. It's time to replace that ratty old carpeting.
Oh, excellent idea, my pet.
There's a sale on at Randy's Rugs. I'll go into town and buy some. If you'll measure the steps and tell me how long a carpet we'll need.
Yes, yes, fine, dear. Just as soon as I change the sheets.
Please measure them now, dear.
The sheets?
Cyril, it won't take a minute.
Yes.
All you have to
No. I know how to measure steps, Jane. What did I do to deserve this?
What?
I said anything to serve my fair dear miss.
That's what I thought you said, dear. The tape measure's over there. I'll be back in a minute.
I could have stayed on the bomb squad, but no, I wanted a life of danger, so I took over the family inn. Now, what's the best way to do this? That way. Yes. Lovely outfit. Now, let's see. I can start at the top and work my way down, or I can start at the bottom and work my way up. Doesn't matter which. I'll start at the top. Oh, you little devil, you. All right, now. Let's see. Rats! Could somebody get that, please? Do I have to do everything around here myself? Yes. The answer's yes, of course. Go! Nobody's in?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll call back later.
What? No, wait.
Nobody, have you finished yet?
Working on it, my dove. Working on it. Go! Little devil, you. No! All right. Let's see. The top riser is 8 inches high, and the step is 13 inches deep.
Monsieur Nobody!
Go away.
But Monsieur Nobody, it is très important that I speak to you. Please come down here tout de suite.
Yes. Here I come. What is it?
C'est moi, Antoine de Bonbon, world-famous French chef.
I know.
A legend in my own lunchtime.
Right.
Monsieur Nobody, what is it you are doing?
Measuring.
And you do not consult with me? Zut alors! World-famous French chefs are experts at measuring. Measurement is my life. Eh bien, how many tablespoons do you need, huh?
Not that kind of measuring. Feet. Inches.
Your feet itches? Oh, all you have to do is use some top.
No, you half-baked cook. My feet don't itch. Feet, inches, feet. I have to measure each one of these steps.
Oh, why don't you say so? And why don't you measure just one and then multiply by the total number of steps? Each one is identical, oui?
Identical, no, Antoine. Each step is a little bit different. You see, it's a very old staircase. It's been in my family since 1817.
Monsieur Nobody, I almost forgot what I wanted to tell you.
What?
You must settle on the menu for next week's banquet.
Yes. Later, Antoine. Later.
Because if you are going to have snails, you'd better order them today. You know how slow they are. Au revoir, monsieur.
A demi-tasse cup would fit over his head like a sunbonnet.
I'm really going to town, Cyril.
Yes.
What are those measurements?
Right, well, let's see. The top step is 8 inches high and 13 inches deep.
I see.
That's as far as I've got.
Cyril, what have you been doing?
Well, the phone and Antoine.
I've been trying to tell you, Cyril, there's an easier way.
Oh.
All you have to do is...
Yes.
Oh, I forgot my purse. Back in a flash.
Could you have to... Right. Yes, good. Yes. Dinner's at 7. Fine. Oh, yes, good catch. Good. Cheerful looking fellow, yes. Delicious. Yes. Yes. Right. On a leash, will you? Yes. Excellent. Good. Get out. Go. All right. Now. See, 8 inches high.
Oh, no, Galahad, from the Rio Grande.
I give up.
Say honey, sugar.
Sugar, honey. All right.
Look, I put you in the postcard.
What do you want?
The name C.D. Rivington Noisy.
And I am Mrs. C.D. Rivington Noisy.
Well, you certainly are. What do you want?
We'd like a wake-up call at 3 a.m. Yep.
All right.
What?
Can't you hear? There is going to be a total eclipse of the moon, and we're just dying to see it.
Now, look here, you two. If you think I'm going to raise myself from a sound sleep to wake you two at 3 a.m., well, you're out of your mind! Ah, yes, my parakeet of paradise. I was just telling this marvelous couple there's nothing like getting up at the crack of dawn. Even earlier, if possible.
I'm sure. Don't be rude to the guest, Cyril. He'll be delighted to wake you at 3 a.m.
Oh, thank you, ma'am.
No one's going to get any sleep with those two here anyway. It's like having a couple of anti-aircraft guns as guests.
I beg your pardon, Cyril?
Oh, I was just saying it'll be nice to get some rest, Buttercup, so I'll be nice and fresh for the noisies at 3.
Now, nobody, for those measurements.
Yes. Well, I keep getting interrupted, darling. I mean, I started at the top step, and I was working my way down.
Nobody.
Yes, my precious moon calf.
You don't have to measure them that way, dear. That takes much too long.
Oh, really? I hadn't noticed.
Look. The amount of carpet we need for the steps is the same as the distance from the bottom step to the wall, plus the height from the floor to the top step. 2 simple measurements, dear.
I don't quite follow, sweetness.
Don't you see? The height from the floor to the top step is the same as the height of each of the risers combined. And the distance from the wall to the bottom step is the same as the depths of each of the steps combined.
Oh, that does make sense.
Go for it, dear.
Immediately. Thank you, darling. 90 inches. 64 inches. 154 inches in all.
That's 12 feet, 10 inches. I'll buy 13 feet of carpet. See how easy?
Yes. Yeah, well, your way was nice and easy, but did you get any exercise out of it? No. You see, my way got me some excellent aerobic exercise, so there.
Yes, Cyril. Now, while I'm gone, would you please change those sheets? Honestly, sometimes I don't know what you do around here all day.
Right. Go! Yes. Nobody's in. I said nobody's in. What do you mean, then who's answering the phone, then? It's me. Nobody. Yeah, but... All right. You win. Have it your way. I think I'm going to make this the first hotel with an unlisted phone number. Go!
I don't get it. Why wasn't nobody right?
Mr. Nobody was right in measuring each tread and each riser, but it would have taken him a long time.
And the chef would have been right, too, if all the steps had been exactly the same size, but they weren't.
So here's what Mrs. Nobody did. She knew the treads would take her this far.
I see. And she knew the up things.
They're called risers.
Uh-huh. The risers would take her that high.
So when you measure those 2 lengths and add them together...
You get the length of carpet you need to cover the treads and the risers of the staircase.
You're right, Sandy. Thank you for calling.
I guess a ruler wasn't the worst birthday present a girl could get after all.
Of course it wasn't. We hope you'll watch us again on...
Math Talk.
Next year, maybe I'll ask them for a protractor.
Say goodbye to the folks, Buster.
Oh, right. Goodbye.
Buster, are you upset? What's wrong?
Do you think it's too late to send flowers for Archduke Ferdinand?
Yes.
Good.
Square One TV Math Talk is a production of the Children's Television Workshop. Funding for Square One TV Math Talk was provided by the National Science Foundation, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, and by annual financial support from viewers like you. To purchase video cassettes or a Math Talk Teacher's Guide, please write to this address.
WSKG-TV, Binghamton.
Welcome to Math Talk. I'm Buster the Parrot, and this is Maria Lopez, my fine feathered fiend.
Fiend? You mean friend. We're fine feathered friends, Buster.
Not anymore, we're not.
¿Qué pasa?
You asked me to mow your lawn yesterday, right?
Yes, and you did a wonderful job.
I almost broke my back pushing your dumb mower.
Pushing it? Buster, it's a self-propelled mower. You just turn it on and away you go.
Turn it on? You turn it on?
I don't believe you, Buster.
We have a call on the math phone. Hello, Little Ossie from Little Ossipee, New Hampshire.
You know the old bromide that goes, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Yes.
Well, what I want to know is, how much grass has a grass thrasher thrashed when a grass thrasher's grass is trashed?
We can't get an unlisted number.
You mean...
I get $1 for mowing a lawn.
That's more than you paid me.
But the lawns I mow aren't all the same size, and I think I'm being had.
Ossie, you've come to the right place. Watch this sketch from Square One TV. It's bound to help.
Why don't you shut your mower down? I said shut it down, not choke it to death.
It's time for another visit with America's favorite family, the Ambersons. Daddy Amberson's out in the garden trimming the deadly nightshade as we begin today's episode of Daddy Knows Different.
I'm a ding-dong daddy from Dumas. Gotta see me do my stuff. I'm a ping-pong pappy with a plywood piano. You ought to see me strut. Yeah.
Hi, Dad.
Well, hi, Rusty. How's things at flight school?
Oh, okay, Dad. Today we learned how to fly upside down so we could look down chimneys. I thought it was pretty neat, but my co-pilot kept turning a funny color. Kind of plaid.
Well, that's very nice, Rusty. Holy hollering cats, what's that?
It's a skunk, Dad. Followed me home from the airport. I tried to get it to turn back, but it just kept running alongside the car. I can keep it, Dad. How can I, Dad?
Well, all right, Rusty, but only if you promise to put an ad in the paper. You know, someone else might have lost their skunk.
Aw, Dad.
Oh, Rusty, don't get too attached. Might be a young lad out there just like you who's crying because his skunk ran away.
Well, if nobody answers the ad, then I can keep her, huh, Dad?
Well, only if you promise to take good care of it. You remember what happened to your piranha.
Yeah, I guess feeding them caramels wasn't a very good idea, was it?
No, it wasn't, Rusty. And the money for Skunk Chow's gonna have to come out of your allowance.
I don't get an allowance, remember, Dad? You said I'd only spend it on something foolish.
I did say that, didn't I, Rusty? I'm sorry. Well, you can make some extra money doing some chores around the house. Why don't you get out the mower and cut the grass?
Great, Dad. How much will you pay me?
Well, gee, Rusty, I'll pay you a penny a square meter.
How many square meters of lawn do we have, Dad?
Don't rightly know. But I've got just a thing, my latest invention.
Not another marshmallow peeler.
Oh, no, Rusty. Much better. The Daddy Amberson Super Mower with the built-in measuring device. As I push the mower, it automatically measures the area of the lawn. Well, I'm off.
Oh, but Daddy,
Oh, now, tut-tut, Rusty. Daddy knows different.
Works every time.
Does Daddy know different? Or is he getting clipped? Tune in for our exciting next episode.
Do you get the idea yet, Little Ossie from Little Ossipee?
No, I got zilch. Nothing. It's about some goofy dad trying to swindle his kid.
Give it a chance, Little Ossie. Further viewing is required.
Yeah, don't be an impatient gardener.
You're one to talk. Don't even know to turn your mower on.
When we last saw Daddy Amberson and his son Rusty, the renowned skunk keeper and erstwhile flyboy, Daddy was off mowing the lawn, a job originally meant for Rusty.
Well, it was a dirty job, but somebody had to do it. With my handy-dandy Daddy Amberson Super Mower with the built-in measuring device, I can now figure out exactly how big our lawn is. And at a penny a square meter, you stand to make quite a tidy profit, my boy.
I'd rather play with my skunk.
Oh, nonsense. I'll just take a look at the gauge here on the measuring device and, why, hold the phone.
What's the matter, Dad?
Well, it didn't work. Well, there must be a gear loose somewhere.
At least one.
Consternation. Now, how am I going to figure out the area of the lawn?
Oh, it's simple, Dad. Will you hold my skunk?
Why, certainly.
Thank you.
Hello! It's a sketch of our house.
It was a project for my aerial reconnaissance class at flight school. This is a picture of our house. This is the chimney. And this is our lawn. See, it's in a big U shape. And this is you asleep on a hammock. And this is Mom yelling at you for being lazy.
Let me see that. Well, now, she's not yelling, Rusty. She's simply making a suggestion.
A very loud one.
Yes, well, how do you figure out the area from this?
Simple.
No, it's not. I don't know how to figure out the area of a big U shape.
Sometimes you can figure the area of an unusual shape by dividing it up into simpler shapes. With just these two lines, I can cut this big U shape into 3 rectangles. Then all you have to do is figure out the area of the 3 rectangles, add them up, and we'll know the total area of our lawn. You know how to figure out the area of a rectangle, don't you, Dad?
Well, sure. You, multiply the length times the width. But, Rusty, we don't know the dimensions.
Well, this is the data from our reconnaissance flight. This rectangle is 10 meters by 30 meters. So what's the area, Dad?
10 times 30, 300 square meters.
Right. And this rectangle and this rectangle are about the same size as this one, right?
Oh, so they'd have about the same area.
So the total area of our lawn is 3 times 300. That's 900 square meters. And you were gonna pay me a penny per square meter to mow the lawn, right, Dad? That'll be $9. I'll take it in singles.
Oh, Rusty, I smell a rat.
Oh, no, Dad, it's my skunk, honest.
Of course. Well, all right, well, have yourself a good time. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. I'm a ping pong pappy from play. Wait a minute. I mowed the... Rusty? Got a lot to learn from that boy.
Join us again someday for another heartwarming visit on Daddy Knows Different.
I get it. My price should depend on the size of the yard.
That's right, Ozzy. If you figure out the area of the lawn, you'll be able to set a fair price.
Thanks for your call, Ossie.
Wait, I have a question. Could you divide up the yard differently to get an even bigger area?
Bigger? You certainly are a greedy green thumb, aren't you, Ossie?
I'm into the environment for the big bucks. Okay, the first section is 10 by 20 meters, or 200 square meters.
Okay.
The second is 10 by 40 meters, or 400 square meters.
Yeah.
And the third is the same as it was, 300 square meters.
So you add them up and...
200 plus 400 plus 300 is still 900 square meters. Rats.
That's right. No matter how you slice up the area. Like this.
Or this.
Or even that. The area remains the same.
You got that right.
I'm starting to understand this business.
Me too.
Watch this.
The power and the freedom of mathematics is a flaming sword. It shall be our duty to use it justly. Hold it high, guard it well. Math Court, where common sense prevails. Math Court, with the Honorable Judge Sandra Day O'Crater presiding.
Order in Math Court. You people are beginning to get on my nerves. Stop these interruptions or I'll have you hanged for something. Now then, you are accused of a math crime. How do you plead?
Oh, like this, Your Worship. Please, don't let them send me to prison. I've been a good little boy. All I want is to see the sun rise again.
What I meant was, are you guilty or innocent?
Oh, he is guilty, your great one.
I am not. I am innocent.
Innocent? Did you hear that, Your Honor? These two-bit crooks, they think they can come into a court of law and whine themselves into a good verdict.
What's the charge, Mr. District Attorney?
I'll tell you what the charge is. I mow the district attorney's lawn.
Well, then this court finds you guilty of bad taste.
Oh, he has 2 lawns.
Well, that's true, Your Honor, and I pay him to mow both of them.
Oh, so far, I fail to see much of a math crime.
What you fail to see, Justice Giver, is that he is cheating me. He pays me to mow both lawns, but he pays me less to mow the second lawn.
Is this the case, Mr. District Attorney?
Of course. Bailiff, I have taken the liberty of producing a scale drawing of the two lawns. This is my house. This is my front lawn. This is my side lawn. Now, I pay this slovenly defendant $10 to mow the triangular lawn and $7.50 to mow the rectangular lawn.
And that is the unfair part.
How did you arrive at this pricing, Mr. DA?
Well, Your Honor, it should be apparent, even to a judge, that the triangular lawn is larger than the rectangular lawn.
Your Honor, that is a bald-faced lie.
It is? Good. I have always wondered what a bald-faced lie is. This is it, huh? I'm going to allow that particular outburst because it was in response to something profound that I said. But don't press me.
Your Honor, these two lawns are the same area. He should pay me $10 to mow the rectangle and $10 to mow the triangle.
Your Honor can plainly see that the triangular lawn is larger than the rectangular lawn. Now, I estimate the rectangle to be, about 3/4 the size of the triangle. Therefore, I pay him 75% as much, $7.50. I rest my case.
You make your point. I rule in favor...
Hold on, you roped person. Look at this. May it please the court...
No, that won't please the court. Oh, you vandalized one of the exhibits. Oh, you're going to do an extra 10 hard ones for that, buddy.
Yes, what are you doing, young defendant?
I cut this triangle in two to prove to you, Dimbulbs, that the areas are the same.
This better be good.
You see? The area of this triangle is exactly the same as the area of this rectangle. Therefore, he should pay the same price to have each lawn mowed.
You're absolutely right. The two areas are exactly the same. How do you explain your faux pas, Mr. District Attorney?
Gee, I'm not sure, but I guess I do it rather poorly.
How did you arrive at this conclusion, defendant?
Through eyeballing the situation and geometry.
Oh, sure, geometry. Geometry, is that fair to use in a court of law?
I don't know, but I'm going to let it stand pending appeal. Pay him the extra money, Mr. District Attorney.
Oh, all right. But I'm not happy about it.
Case dismissed. And once again, justice has prevailed in...
Math court!
Don't you ever say that again!
Did you understand that, Aussie?
I thought the prosecuting attorney was right. That triangle looked bigger to me, too.
Looks can be deceiving. In this case, they happen to be the same size.
But can you tell that just by looking at them?
No, but you can get an idea. Remember, he had been mowing them, so he knew it took him about the same amount of time to finish each one.
Or maybe he actually measured them. We don't know due to a woeful lack of backstory.
So, little Aussie, do you understand more about area than you did?
Yes, I do. And from now on, I'm going to measure my lawns before I set my prices.
Bye, Aussie. That's all the time we have today.
Maria, do you think I could do well in the lawn mowing business?
Maybe, if you learn how to turn on the mower. See you next time on Math Talk.
Square One TV Math Talk is a production of the Children's Television Workshop. Funding for Square One TV Math Talk was provided by the National Science Foundation, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, and by annual financial support from viewers like you. To purchase video cassettes or a Math Talk Teacher's Guide, please write at this address.
WSKG-TV, Binghamton.
Welcome to Math Talk. I'm Maria Lopez.
And I'm Buster. Bring on the math parrot.
Well, we certainly are animated today, aren't we?
Math's my middle name, Maria.
Funny, I always thought the was your middle name. You know, Buster the Parrot.
You're being silly, Maria. I thought that was my job.
Buster, your job is to help me with the math. Today, for example, we're going to start by talking about perimeter. Do you know what that is?
Perimeter? Sure. It's something you use to measure your purrs with.
Now, who's being silly?
If we weren't silly, Maria, nobody would watch.
Sure they would, because we have great sketches from Square One to show them.
Name one.
Oops.
Good choice.
Oops is brought to you by Erasers. Don't make a mistake without one. On February 4th, Ferdinand Thubble was putting the finishing touches to a project he had been working at for years. At approximately 3:13.6 p.m. that afternoon, he made a simple mistake while figuring the perimeter of a rectangle. Just look what happened.
Like, oops, man. That's only half of it.
Let's look at that again.
Like, if I had done it right the first time, maybe this wouldn't have happened.
Oops was brought to you by Erasers. Don't make a mistake without one.
We have a caller. Welcome to Math Talk, Laura from Los Angeles.
Thanks, Maria. That was a funny sketch. But I want to be sure I understand. The perimeter of a shape is the total length of its edges, right?
You've got it, Laura. Now let me ask you and Buster a question. If two different shapes have the same area, do they also have the same perimeter?
Of course.
I agree with Laura.
Well, you're both in for a big surprise. Watch this.
Area 21 square units. Perimeter 44 units. Same area. Perimeter only 36 units. Same area. Perimeter only 20 units?
Isn't that amazing?
Wow. The perimeters varied from 44 to 36 to 20 units.
But the areas were the same. 21 square units.
Why is that?
Let's look at that last figure. Look at the squares.
Oh, I get it. Some of the squares, like that one, are completely surrounded by other squares, so they contribute to the area of the whole thing.
But they don't contribute anything to its perimeter.
I was just going to say that, Buster.
I know, Laura. But I hadn't said anything for a while.
So, two shapes with the same area don't necessarily have the same perimeter.
So, is it also true that two shapes with the same perimeter don't necessarily have the same area?
Good question, Laura. Watch this sketch from Square One.
Ladies and gentlemen, Renee and Marcel, the Math Mimes.
Renee, have you noticed that even though the length of the rope is the same, the area of the rectangle keeps changing? Sorry. You see what I mean? Now it is a square. Before it was a thin little rectangle. The area is different, even though the perimeter is the same.
Marcel!
Yes?
Stop your yapping!
Oh, come on, Renee. Don't tell me you do not find that a little bit interesting.
Marcel.
Yes.
I find it very fascinating that the same length of rope can form so many rectangles, each with the same perimeter.
And each with a different area.
But we are mimes! We do not go blabbing around during performances!
Oh, come on, Renee. Where is your joie de vivre, your savoir-faire, your
Je ne sais quoi. Sometimes you just make me laugh. I remember once in Trieste. Or was it Nice? And I wanted to sing a few bars of Oklahoma, and you would not let me. Marcel, you said, we are mimes, we are not Frank Sinatra. Well, I say, ha! And again, I say,
That's neat. As soon as the show is over, I'm going to call my friend Sally from the Valley and try that with a loop of string.
Isn't there anything better to do in the valley?
Maura, don't go yet. We've got another sketch from Square One. In this case, the doctors at General Mathpital are faced with the problem of doubling the area of a rectangle.
General Mathpital. Crossroads of nearly 1,000 lives. A sanctuary, a haven, an edifice dedicated to the needs of those whose mathematical health is threatened.
Dr. Practice, Dr. Malpractice, we're about to double an area. Please report to my area on the double.
You say your patient has water on the knee?
That's right.
What are you going to do?
Wear a slicker so I don't get splashed.
He has a lot of water on the knee?
8 feet at the deep end.
8 feet? That is terrible.
Well, not really. There's a lifeguard on duty till 10.
Dr. Practice, am I glad to see you?
I have no idea
About what?
whether you're glad to see me or not.
A rectangle was admitted. We need to double its area.
Who's in charge of the case?
That's just it. Our intern is in charge.
Not that nerdy student, Dr.
Precisely.
Dr. Precisely. I don't think he's qualified to handle the procedure.
Well, that's why I called you, Dr. Practice.
You did the right thing. This time.
Thank you, Doctor. I'm trying.
Me, you're telling.
Oh, they're in OR.
Or?
Operating room.
Is the patient anesthetized, Dr. Sleep? Out like a light. Good, because the first part of this operation hurts like a son of a gun. Did you bring the extra parts?
Right here, Dr. Precisely.
Did you get them from the organ donor?
I couldn't find an organ donor, so I got them from a piano donor.
That was upright of you.
No, it was grand.
Never mind, it's a good tale so we can always spin it.
Are you Dr. Precisely?
Not exactly.
You're not exactly Precisely?
No, I'm not exactly a doctor. I'm a student intern, but I play a doctor on TV.
Close enough. Now, show me what you're about to do.
He's about to double this patient's area.
And what is your patient's size, Dr. Precisely?
It is exactly 2 feet wide by 5 feet long.
And now, what is its area?
That's the stuff in the middle.
I know that, but what is the area and how did you determine it?
To find my patient's area, I merely multiplied the length times the width.
See, 5 times 2 is 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See, 10 1-foot squares.
I am impressed. Perhaps I've misjudged you, Dr. Precisely. You're not as stupid as everyone says.
Oh, you've been talking to Mom again.
What we're going to do next is take this hammer and knock the rectangle all apart.
Yeah, that's what these boards are for. We're going to use them to double the length and double the width.
I take it back. I take it all back. You are exactly what everyone says precisely. Let's go to a diagram, shall we? This is a drawing of your patient. It is 2 feet by 5 feet.
Yes, and to find the area, I multiplied 2 times 5, and I got 10.
Now, Dr. Precisely, show me what you're about to do.
I will double it thusly. I will make it twice as wide, 4 feet instead of 2, and twice as long, 10 feet instead of 5.
Now-
There we go, kids.
Now, will the area double as well?
You would think so.
Oh, I see what Dr. Malpractice is driving at. Look, Dr. Precisely, the area more than doubles. It quadruples.
What? Let me see that. 4 times 10 is 40. Yikes. It's supposed to be 20.
You see, you've made your rectangle too large. To double an area, you need only double one of the dimensions. You can double the length, or you can double the width, but not both.
Oh, sure. I get it. Look at this. We can double the width from 2 to 4 and keep the length the same. 4 times 5 is 20.
Exactly. Or we can double the length and keep the width the same. 5 becomes 10 times 2 is 20. Of course, the rectangle would be so large, you probably wouldn't get it out of OR.
Or?
Operating room.
Or we could do it yet another way. We could change the width to 1 and the length to 20.
That would really be unwieldy.
I'll say. Besides, what would you be able to do with a 20-foot-tall rectangle?
Send it to Shape College on a basketball scholarship.
Thank you, Dr. Practice.
Call me Mal.
Thank you, Malpractice. I guess I'll be seeing you in court.
And so once again, common sense and geometry have solved another problem at General Mathvital, crossroads of nearly 1,000 lives. Until next time, stay healthy and may the math be with you.
That was cool, Maria. But you know, at first, when they doubled the length and the width, the new rectangle had the same shape as the original. When it had twice the area, the rectangles looked very different.
Right on, Laura. But it makes me wonder. Could you double the area and keep the same shape as the original rectangle?
That's something to think about.
Yeah.
Well, that's about it for today. Are you going over to the valley now, Laura?
No, I'll go tomorrow. It's closed today.
Goodbye, Laura. And goodbye till next time on Math Talk. Will you be here too, Buster?
Sure will.
Will you be silly?
Yeah.
Good.
Square One TV Math Talk is a production of the Children's Television Workshop. Funding for Square One TV Math Talk was provided by the National Science Foundation, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, and by annual financial support from viewers like you. To purchase video cassettes or a Math Talk Teacher's Guide, please write at this address.
WSKG-TV, Binghamton.
One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Buster the Parrot, what are you doing other than being a really dull conversationalist?
1, 2, 1.
While my friend continues to do whatever it is he is doing, let me, Maria Lopez, welcome you to Math Talk.
Phew, that's a lot of work. I'm plumb tuckered out.
Well, plumb tuck it in and tell me what you're about.
I'm trying to lose some weight. Remember, I told you I'm taking Sylvia to a big dance.
I know, but why are you trying to lose weight?
It's a formal affair, and my black feathers are a little tight. Oh, Maria, did you make a map and send it to Sylvia?
Yes, it shows Sylvia exactly how to get from her house to the Bird Sanctuary Country Club. But Buster, Sylvia lives a long way from the sanctuary. I'm not sure she can make it on time.
What?
Here's a copy of the map. Look.
There's Sylvia's abode. There's the BSCC. That's not far. She's but a couple of wing spreads away.
Buster, look at the scale.
Okay, but I'll have to get it. It's in the bathroom.
Not a bathroom scale. The scale on the map. See, 1 centimeter stands for 20 kilometers.
A centipede? Those crawly little bugs?
Not centimeters, centimeters. It's a unit of measure about the width of a child's finger.
I don't get it, but that's okay. I hate crawly little bugs about the width of a child's finger.
Buster, watch this sketch from Square One TV. It might help explain.
And so I, Jacques Justeau, set out in search of the giant squid.
Sonar reading? The ocean floor is 28 meters, sir.
Très bien, très bien. And the rate of speed.
Due west at 20 knots, sir.
Excellent. Perhaps now is the moment we have all been waiting for.
You mean?
Yes. The moment we turn off that obnoxious music.
Oh.
A little bit of that goes a long way.
Excuse me, Mon Capitan. It's my first voyage, and I was just wondering.
Yes, my friend.
According to my calculations, we're very close to an iceberg.
How close are we?
10 centimeters.
10 centimeters. Sacre bleu! Engines full reverse! Secure the hatches! Stop the ballast!
Louis Pasteur!
Hold the mail! Hold on, everybody, this will not be fun! Now, let me see this iceberg face to face. Something is fishy. Something is très fishy. Monsieur Navigator, where is this iceberg?
Oh. It's exactly 10 centimeters away, Mon Capitan.
Are you sure of this?
I'm positive. Come, look. See? This X on the map represents the ship. That's us. Then I found this triangle. That represents the iceberg. So I took this meter stick and I measured the distance from the X to the triangle, and it measured exactly 10 centimeters. Take a look at for yourself.
But monsieur, 1 centimeter on a map does not represent 1 centimeter in the real world.
It doesn't?
Of course it does not. If 1 centimeter on a map represented 1 centimeter in the real world, then the map would have to be as big as the area it was mapping. A map of New Jersey would have to be as big as New Jersey. Try to fit that in your glove compartment.
I don't drive, thank you.
Now on this particular map, we have a scale of 1 centimeter to 10 kilometers. This means that 1 centimeter on a map represents 10 kilometers on the high seas.
Which means that when the meter stick reads 10 centimeters...
We have to do a calculation. If 1 centimeter represents 10 kilometers, then 10 centimeters represents 10 times 10 kilometers, which is...
100 kilometers, which means in actuality, this iceberg is 100 kilometers away. Oh, am I relieved? Thank you.
Formidable, you've mastered the map. Congratulations. Now back to your duties.
Fromage.
Yes.
Steady as she goes, Capitan.
Thank you.
And so we head out to sea. The little problem solved by mathematics. The ship sustained no severe damage, but...
Mon Capitan! Mon Capitan!
Yes, monsieur.
This is fantastic. According to my calculations, the giant squid is only 240 kilometers away.
Très bien.
And our home port is only 25 kilometers away. My rubber ducky Melvin is 2,466 kilometers away, but my karate school is 16,824 kilometers away. Oh, and my chiropractor.
Now do you understand how the scale on a map works, Buster?
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
Yes.
No. Oops! A call on the ringer-dinger.
It's Portia from Portland. Welcome to Math Talk.
Thank you, Maria. Buster, I'd like to point out something about geographic maps. They're smaller than that which they represent. Otherwise, dear bird, a map of California or Chicago or Keokuk would have to be the same size as California or Chicago or Keokuk. Comprende?
Yeah, I think so.
That's a good point, Portia, and the scale tells us how much smaller.
It does?
Maria, if I may, Buster, on your map, Sylvia lives about 5 centimeters from the country club.
But each centimeter stands for 20 kilometers in the real world.
So the real distance is 5 times 20, or 100 kilometers.
So how far is that?
It's about the distance you would go in 1 hour on an expressway if there was no traffic.
You show me an expressway with no traffic for an hour, and I'll buy a house in the country.
Here's another sketch about maps.
I hope it helps.
Are we there yet?
How could we be there yet? We just left.
Then when are we gonna get there?
Oh, you have the map. Why don't we figure it out?
Oh.
Oh, come on. It's not that hard. An inch represents 25 miles on that map. Then we started here, and Mom and Dad are going to meet us there.
About 6 inches. We should be there pretty soon.
No, 6 inches represents 150 miles on that map.
150 miles? I'll be old by the time we get there.
Don't freak out. Just figure it out. We're averaging 50 miles per hour.
Dad drives faster than that.
Not since he got that speeding ticket. So how long does it take to go 150 miles at 50 miles per hour?
2.
2?
Too long.
How many 50s in 150?
50, 50, and 50. That's 150. And that's 3. So it'll take us 3 hours to get there.
Right.
3 hours to go these 6 inches?
You got it.
Are we there yet?
Your map. When you want to know where you're going.
These scales are beginning to make sense to me.
And of course, there are other places to use a scale.
Of course.
That's right. It's used for all kinds of planning and designing.
I'll bet you can show me an example, too, can't you?
Architects use scale all the time.
Aren't you what?
Architects, people who design buildings, and I can show you an example. Watch.
Gladly.
Oh, what's keeping her, Igor? We had an appointment. She's being very impolite, you know. She's wrong.
No, you're wrong, remember?
Yes, I know. Frank Lloyd wrong. Perspiring young architect with my head in the clouds.
Your feet on the ground.
My heart on my sleeve and a cold in my nose. But she's wrong. Hello? Wrong number. Yes, that's right. No, I'm wrong. No, that's right, you're wrong. Yes, of course I'm sure I'm right. I'm wrong. Oh.
Excuse me. May I help you? Oh, thank you.
Well?
That was Ms. Trump's office. They called to say that she'll be here any minute.
Hello, I'm wrong.
Good of you to admit it.
Oh, you must be...
Ms. Trump. Diamonds are Trump. I can't believe you finished the new building I commissioned so soon.
Oh, well, we don't let the grass grow under our feet, Miss Trump.
It's impossible to believe that you've designed and built a building since our last meeting, which was on...
Friday. Well, we worked all weekend.
And you tell me it's finished. Oh, are these the plans? Oh, let's have a look at them. Oh, another giant building with my name on it. How tall is it?
Pardon me?
How tall is it? What's the scale of the plan? Oftentimes, 1 inch represents 20 feet.
What are you doing there? Measuring the tower?
Yes, and it's 30 inches tall. 30 times 20 is 600. A nice 600-foot tower.
Mr. Wrong.
Yes, Igor.
We did not build a tower 600 feet tall.
Yeah. Well, maybe she won't notice. Oh, tell me, Miss Trump, what do you think of the grand ballroom?
Let's see. It measures 4 inches by 7 inches. On this scale, 1 inch represents 20 feet. Oh, it is so grand. 80 feet by 140 feet. Oh, we can give marvelous parties there. I love it more and more by the moment.
What is she talking? Scale? I thought the scale was something you weighed yourself on.
Gee, you know, Igor, I don't really know. Why don't we ask her?
Yes.
Excuse me, Miss Trump, Igor and I, we were just wondering, what do you mean when you keep talking about scale?
Don't be silly. Scale is a representation. If you wanted to make a plan for a building 600 feet tall, it would be rather unwieldy to put it on a piece of 600-foot paper, wouldn't it?
Oh, well, of course, you're right.
Well, then, what do?
We make a plan, like a map.
Oh, I see. We let a smaller unit of length represent a larger one. For example, we let 1 inch represent 1 foot, or 10 feet, or 10 miles.
You mean it can be anything we want it to be?
Yes, as long as everything is held to the same scale. But enough of this. I must have a look at my new building. I should be able to see it from here. Where is it? Where is it?
Oh, it's there.
Ta-da!
Gentlemen, what is this?
It's your new building, Miss Trump.
This is nothing but a model. No wonder you were able to finish it up over the weekend. Let me ask you, what scale did you use to construct this?
Well, we sort of let 1 inch represent,
1 inch?
Yeah.
You made a mistake, Mr. Wrong. But no use crying over spilt milk.
Oh, well, that's very big of you, Miss Trump.
And very small of you. This is a reducing ray. How tall are you?
6 feet.
Then if we let 1 inch stand for 20 feet, a 6-foot person would be 3/10 of an inch. There you are, Mr. Wrong. How do you like it from that perspective?
Oh, wow. It looks great.
Mr. Wrong, are you going to go inside?
Oh, I can't. The door's locked and I forgot my keys.
See how important scale can be, Buster?
Yeah. But if that architect got on a bathroom scale right now, I'll bet he wouldn't weigh a feather.
Buster, I wonder how small you'd be if you were shrunk to the same scale as the architect.
I don't know, but I would feel silly at the dance.
Why?
My formal feathers would be too baggy.
See you next time on
Math Talk.
Square One TV Math Talk is a production of the Children's Television Workshop. Funding for Square One TV Math Talk was provided by the National Science Foundation, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, and by annual financial support from viewers like you. To purchase video cassettes or a Math Talk Teacher's Guide, please write to this address.
WSKG-TV Binghamton.
and welcome to Math Talk, where we talk with you about math.
So that's how that title evolved, is it? I'm Buster the Parrot.
And I'm Maria Lopez, and I guess you know who you are.
Yeah, if you don't, copy a friend's name off her homework.
Buster, that's silly.
I don't know. That's how I got my name.
Has anyone called on the math phone?
Probably not, but then I've been using it to order pizza for my party.
Oh, you're having a party?
Just a small gathering of 100 of my nearest and dearest friends. The thing is, I have no idea how much pizza to order.
You might have to estimate.
You mean guess at it?
No, estimation is more than a guess. It's based on some knowledge of the situation.
Sort of an educated guess.
Right. Watch this music video with Kid and Play. They estimate by using rules of thumb.
I'm out.
Why?
No thumb.
Come on, partner. It's right this way. The perfect location for Kid and Play. It's sunny, spacious, with one small quirk. It's a handyman special, so it might need a little work.
Are you crazy? Your taste is unrelatable. It's gonna take a year just to make this look presentable.
We got a problem, cause time is tight. I already sent out invitations for the housewarming party tonight.
What? I can't believe you. First you get this place and you invite our people over for the night?
Yo.
I mean, it's a handyman's nightmare.
Yo, Play, you just don't see the possibilities.
I see the possibilities of losing all our friends. All right, I'm not gonna bug out.
You're right, this place is a mess. Let's at least paint the floor. We'll take a measurement and buy some paint at the store.
But we don't have a yardstick, a ruler, or tape.
So we'll have to make an educated guess, an estimate. Somebody told me once a chord is about an inch wide. So if I put coins down side by side, we'll figure out the square inches of the floor of this thumb. And we can buy the right amount of paint, thanks to a rule of thumb.
It's a rule of thumb. Estimate with Kid and Play. It's a rule of thumb. Dance all night, dance all day. It's a rule of thumb. Estimate with Kid and Play. It's a rule of thumb. Dance all night, dance all day.
It's not a bad idea, but that could take all week. Another rule of thumb, let's use your feet. Now, a grown man's foot is about 12 inches long, so just step toe to heel and... Nah, this is wrong.
Now wait a minute, I got it. I'm 6 feet tall, so we can use a rule of thumb to measure the wall. Cause from fingertip to fingertip is close to your height, so we can estimate the floor space, and we can party tonight.
Why are you measuring the wall when we're gonna paint the floor?
I don't want to be rolling around on the floor. I can figure out the floor square footage this way. 6, 12, 3 flips at 6 feet each make 18 feet. 6, 12, this wall's about 12 feet. Now let's figure the area. How much is 12 times 18?
If I round 18 up to 20, that's 12 times 20, which is 240. We need enough paint to cover a 240 square foot floor.
Better use 2 coats. That's 480. I generally estimate 1 gallon for 400 square feet or a quart for 100. So a gallon and a quart should be more than enough. See ya! So that's the story of my partner and me.
And how this hype party crib came to be.
Now we can listen to the DJ and the big kick drum.
And we'll dance all night and day.
Thanks to rules of thumb.
It's a rule of thumb. Estimate with Kid and Play.
Oh, yeah.
It's a rule of
I feel good now.
All night, dance
Sing it,
all
girl.
day. It's a rule of thumb.
Diddy dum, diddy dum, diddy diddy dum dum.
It's a rule of thumb.
Yeah, baby.
Play, we're using that rule of thumb. Hello, my dear. Did you know that a baseball bat is about 1 meter long? Oh.
It's a rule of thumb.
Yo, here's a cool rule of thumb. Your average slice of bread weighs about 1 ounce. That's right.
Yo, Play, check it out.
Yeah.
See, a dollar bill is about 6 inches long.
Hey, that's great. That's a neat rule of thumb.
Yeah, isn't it?
It's a rule of thumb.
Hey!
Yeah.
Hey!
It's a rule
Come back
of
here.
thumb.
Oh, well.
It's a rule of thumb. Yeah, yeah. It's a rule of thumb.
All on the math ringer.
Hello, you're on Math Talk, Yertle from Myrtle Beach.
Why were they measuring the walls when they wanted to paint the floor?
They were measuring the length and the width of the room.
I get it. The length of the floor is the same as the length of one wall, and the width of the floor is the same as the length of the other wall.
Yeah, and you don't have to stoop down and get your knees all dusty.
And the rule of thumb they used was this. Your outspread arms measure about the same distance as your height.
So if I'm 4 feet tall, my arms from fingertip to fingertip will be about 4 feet long, right?
That's right, Yertle.
And then when they tried to measure the room by stepping off?
That would have worked, too, if they had known the length of Kid's foot.
I get 7 claws to the foot.
I noticed Kid and Play rounded the estimate up. How come?
Yeah, how come? How come?
Well, suppose they had rounded the estimate down.
I queried first.
I get it. If they rounded down, they might not have had enough paint to cover the floor.
So they rounded up because with paint, it's better to have a little too much than a little too little.
You guys are pretty sharp. Here's a game from Square One TV called Close Call. It's also about estimation.
Presently, a white smoke burst from the forepart of the vessel. Some seconds after the water, agitated by the fall of a body, splashed the stern of the Nautilus, and shortly afterwards a loud explosion struck my ear. I've just read the first paragraph on this page of Jules Verne's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. There are 173 letters in the first paragraph. There are 35 lines of type on the entire page. We want you to estimate how many letters are on the entire page. We've already asked our studio audience, and now we're asking you. Think about it. I'm Arthur Howard, and now I'd like to introduce my co-host, Louisa Lachin.
Hi, Arthur.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi, everybody. Welcome all to... What a great group. Now, Arthur, we have something interesting here.
What's that?
We had a tie in our audience between Linda Perez and Natasha O'Connor. Now, both estimated 1,550. We tossed a coin, and our studio challenger is Natasha O'Connor. Natasha
Well done, Natasha. There are 1,540 letters on the page. Congratulations.
Very good. All right, let's meet our other two contestants who are going to challenge you to a fierce game. Over here, we've got...
Morgan Porzio.
Hi, Morgan.
Hi. And here, Brandon Stewart.
Hi, Brandon.
Welcome. Now, as you know, we are awarding you points based on how close your estimate was to the number of letters on the entire page. So, Morgan, you made an estimate of 1,800. That gives you 30 points. Congratulations. You're on the board. Brandon, you estimated 1,473. That gives you 40 points. And Natasha, your estimate of 1,550 gives you 40 points. Congratulations.
That's right. Well, let's go to the second round. Okay? Doors, please. Oh, Beverly. Okay.
Hi, Bev. How you doing?
Hey, I'm hip. It took 5 oranges to fill this 8-ounce glass of orange juice. What we want you to estimate for us is, how many oranges did it take to fill these 8 pitchers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Get busy at home and estimate your hearts out. Think about it. Let's see, there were 5 in this glass. How many for the 8 pitchers? Is it heavy, Beverly?
Write your answers down. Oh, Arthur, let's see what we've got here. Morgan, how many oranges did you estimate?
About 60.
60 oranges, okay. And Brandon?
Maybe 510.
510 oranges to fill the 8 pitchers of juice. And Natasha, what did you estimate?
320.
320 oranges.
Well,
Arthur!
let's hear what our studio audience thinks. What do you
Yes,
think?
okay.
I'm going to go over to the estimatometer, and when you think it gets close to the number of oranges in the 8 pitchers, give out a call, okay? It's warming up. It's starting to move. Here it... Lower. All right. it took 395 oranges to fill the pitchers.
Oh,
Let's see what the scores
395. Okay, now Morgan, you had an estimate of 60. That wasn't close enough to give you any points, but you still have 30, and there's plenty of game to go. Brandon, you estimated 510 oranges. You get 30 points for that. Added to your 40 you already had. That gives you still 70 points. All right. And Natasha, you estimated 320 oranges. That gives you 30 points. We add that to the 40 you already had. For 70, a total score of 70. We have a tie here in the second round.
Well, let's go to the third round.
Yes, and we'll decide the winner of this game.
Okay, let's watch the video screens. Look at these guys. They're frightened. They're yellow. You might say they're downright chicken. There are 11 little baby chicks inside the square. What we want you to estimate is how many chicks are there in the entire pen. 11 inside the square, the little square. How many inside the entire pen? Think about it.
Write your answers down.
I like that thinking.
Yes. Okay, Arthur, let's see what we're
Yeah.
doing here. Okay, Morgan, what did you estimate?
45.
You estimated, okay, 45 chicks, all right. And Brandon?
I estimated 135.
135 chicks in the pen, Brandon says. And Natasha?
I estimated 190.
190 chicks.
All right.
Arthur, the suspense is killing us.
I have the answer. There are 141 baby chicks in the pen.
Okay,
What
so
are the scores?
Morgan, yes, you estimated 45. That wasn't close enough to give you any points, but you have 30 points. Brandon, you estimated 135. That gives you 45 points. You came very close. Added to the 70, that gives you a total score of 115 points.
And that is not chicken feed.
Natasha, you estimated 190. That gives you 15 points. Added to the 70 you had, that gives you a total score of 85. Brandon, you are a winner. Congratulations.
Were your estimates close?
A couple of times, but some of those were really hard. The letters were easier because they were spread out kind of evenly, but the orange juice was tough. And those baby chicks were all bunched up.
Chicks and ducks and geese better scurry when I estimate from Missouri.
You're right, Yertle. Some of those were tough.
Thanks for letting me talk on your show.
Thank you for talking. Bye. Okay, Buster, how about this party of yours? Have you estimated how many pizzas you're going to need to feed 100 guests?
Well, Harry the Hummingbird is coming. He couldn't do a slice in a year.
Which guest eats the most?
Orville.
Who's Orville?
A pelican I go fishing with. He can eat 4 whole pies with anchovies, plus what he sneaks out in his pouch. And everybody else is somewhere in between.
Then they'll all want different toppings.
Maria, I estimate that this party is going down the tubes.
It's a tough problem, all right.
Wait, I got it. I'll tell everyone to BYOB.
BYOB?
Bring your own birdseed. That way, if they don't like the chow, they've got nobody to blame but themselves. I'm a terrific host.
Watch us again on Math Talk. Buster, you are a terrific host.
Yeah.
A terrifically cheap host.
A pizza saved is a pizza earned.
Square One TV Math Talk is a production of the Children's Television Workshop. Funding for Square One TV Math Talk was provided by the National Science Foundation, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, and by annual financial support from viewers like you. To purchase video cassettes or a Math Talk Teacher's Guide, please write to this address.
WSKG-TV, Binghamton.
Buenos dias.
Bonjour.
Aloha.
Ahoy.
Benvenuto.
Shalom. Nice to see you. Hiya. Hello there.
I think we've welcomed them enough, Buster.
Okay, then I'm getting out, Goomba.
Buster, what is that aggravating sound?
It's the math phone. Some caller has been hanging on for about 3 shows.
Well, answer it, for goodness sake.
Okay. Sorry to keep you waiting, but you're now on Math Talk. Winnie from Winona.
That's all right. There's not much to do in Winona after 10
You should be home by 10 anyway, Winnie.
a.m.
Yes, well, what's on your mind, Winnie?
I'm upset and angry.
I said we were sorry to keep you waiting.
It's not that. It's something my teacher said. Did you get the drawing I sent you?
We sure did. It's right here.
It's very nice. What's the problem?
My teacher said it was symmetrical.
Well, it is symmetrical, Winnie.
Not you, too. Now even my friends on Math Talk are making fun of me.
No, we're not, Winnie. Perhaps you don't understand just what symmetry is.
Well, it just doesn't sound nice to me.
I've got an idea. Winnie, I'll drop a quarter in this arcade game.
Oh, would that make me feel better? Could it help?
It couldn't wait.
Mathman, your mission is to eat all the symmetrical polygons on the board and no others. When you encounter a polygon, you will have until the count of 3 to make your decision. And beware the inconsiderate Mr. Glitch.
Oh.
He will eat you if you are wrong.
Mathman, 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 Mathman.
Oh, man. Uh-oh.
There's the line of symmetry. Mathman, 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 Mathman.
Yep. Goodbye, little Caesar.
Ha ha! Mathman, 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 Mathman. Symmetry, symmetry. Mathman, 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 Mathman.
All right.
No line of symmetry.
Oh.
Here I go. Mathman, 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 Mathman. Symmetry. Mathman, Mathman, Mathman.
Oh, there.
Yeah, 2 lines of symmetry.
Congratulations, Mathman. You have eaten all the symmetrical polygons on the board. Free game.
One of these days, I'm going to win a free game. And when I do, I'll sell it.
Do you get symmetry now, Winnie from Winona?
I think I do, and I feel better. Symmetry is when a shape is the same on both sides.
In a way, Winnie. A figure is symmetrical if it looks exactly the same when it's flipped over a line.
Can you show me an example?
Sure, Winnie. Here's your picture. Imagine it flipping over this line.
It looks exactly the same.
It's symmetrical.
Around that line. But look what happens when you use another line.
Not the same at all.
No, it's not symmetrical that way.
So is it symmetrical or not?
It is, just not symmetrical around every line.
Oh, okay.
And it's a great work of art.
Symmetry can be beautiful. Watch this.
You're right. Symmetry can be beautiful.
But what about shapes that aren't symmetrical?
They're called asymmetrical.
Can they be made into symmetrical shapes?
Doctors at General Mathpital are working on that problem day and night. Watch.
General Mathpital, crossroads of nearly 1,000 lives, a sanctuary, a haven, an edifice dedicated to the needs of those whose mathematical health is threatened.
Attention, please. The red zone is for loading and unloading only. Please get the ambulance out there.
Nurse, I've just been informed there's a case of asymmetriosis in the hospital.
Yes, doctor, there is.
Where?
Down there to the left, 307.
Dr. Kildare, the invisible man's x-rays are missing a...
Is there a case of
Asymmetriosis.
Gosh, bless you.
Yes, doctor, there is a case of asymmetriosis.
Where?
307.
Dr. Hilton, your room is ready.
Asymmetriosis?
No, thanks. I'm driving.
307.
Dr. Richards, your wife would like you to reach her on her
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Take it easy, doctor.
Yes, doctor. Get a grip on thyself. Heal thyself. Sort of.
Yes, well, doctors, we have our case cut out for us.
Yes, this patient is asymmetrical. We'll have to make it look...
Symmetrical. What is symmetry again?
It's a rotation or reflection that leaves a figure unchanged.
Ah, yes. Let's stick to reflection. Rotation makes me dizzy.
For this to be symmetrical, both sides will have to look the same. We'll have to operate. How are we going to get half this thing to be the mirror image of the other half?
I've had a similar problem, and this is how I'd solve it. Let's take a look at the patient's chart. I'd cut here, 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 and here. 6 incisions.
Will it bleed? I hate the sight of math blood.
Then I'd reattach the pieces like this, and like this, and voila! This half looks exactly like this half.
Oh, but doctor, you've cut the patient to ribbons. Oh, 6 incisions. Could it survive?
You want coddle or you want progress?
No doubt, that does turn this patient with asymmetriosis into a symmetrical figure, but is there another procedure?
I believe so. Let's try. With just 3 cuts, I believe I can make it beautiful. I simply cut here, here, and here. I then reattach here and here. There. Now the halves are mirror images.
Very good, doctor.
Wow. I made 6 cuts. You only made 3.
Well, it saves on cuts.
And stitches.
But is there another way?
No, let's cut.
No, doctors, what if I could show you how to do this operation by making just 1 cut?
Impossible.
Let me at him.
I could do it in just 1 cut.
Don't be ridiculous. You can't make that figure into a symmetrical form with but 1 cut.
She'll be sued for non-geometrical practice.
Ha! I simply cut here and attach here.
You've done it, Doctor. With just 1 cut.
You've turned that thing with
asymmetriosis
into a thing of beauty.
Well, gentlemen, the important thing to remember is there's more than one way to skin a... If you gentlemen excuse me, my 10 o'clock patient is here.
Your 10 o'clock patient is a...
A cat?
Yeah, a jazz cat.
A 5, 6, 7, 8.
And so once again, common sense and geometry have solved another problem at General Mathpital, crossroads of nearly 1,000 lives. Until next time, stay healthy and may the math be with you.
Those are very impressive procedures.
They are a dedicated band of mathematoctors.
Even though one doctor made the figure symmetrical with just 1 cut, the other doctors also arrived at symmetrical conclusions. Can you find other ways to do it?
How about this? You could move that one in the left corner up a notch.
Like this?
Uh-huh.
Or you could do this.
Or how about this? See if you can think of more ways. In the meantime, watch this Square One challenge. It's about symmetry and...
It's already in progress.
Cynthia is going to hold up for you a rectangular piece of paper. Now, we are going to fold this piece of paper in half, and then we are going to fold it again. All right, now, here is another piece of paper, which has been folded exactly the same way, but it has the shape of an F cut out of it. Here's the question. If we now open this piece of paper, which of the above pictures will the unfolded piece of paper look like? A, B, or C? There you have the question. And now, with some answers to today's first question, let's go to our players from Square One TV, Louisa Lashin and Beverly Mickens. Welcome to the show.
Hey, what it is.
What do you think, Beverly? Which one will it look like, A, B, or C?
Okay, you guys, I think it will look like A, because when you unfold it, some of the F's will be reversed.
Well, Teddy, Loretta, I think it will look like C. Now, you're almost right, Bev, but don't forget, the second fold reverses the F's again.
Thank you very much. Louisa thinks it will look like C. Beverly thinks it will look like A. Now, it's up to you to decide if Beverly is telling the truth or bluffing, and if Louisa is telling the truth or bluffing. Sometimes they both bluff. Sometimes they both tell the truth. It's up to you. You'll get 25 points for each correct decision, so think about it and write down your decisions. Look like A, B, or C. Your time is up. You've locked in your decisions. Teddy, what do you think?
I believe Louisa and Beverly are both bluffing.
You believe that Beverly is bluffing and Louisa is bluffing. Distrustful from the start. Indeed. Loretta, what do you think?
I think that Louisa and Beverly are both bluffing.
You also think that Beverly and Louisa are both bluffing. Let's see how we did with our first question. Remember, you'll get 25 points for each correct decision. Will the truth tellers please stand? Indeed, they are both bluffing. And I'm going to tell you why they're both bluffing, as Cynthia will demonstrate. Now, as you can see, unfolding the piece of paper once will flip the F. If we unfold it a second time, we'll get a mirror image on the left. So the piece of paper will indeed look like B.
I thought examples A and C were good guesses.
But look what happens when you flip them. Here's A, and here's C.
Those kids were smart because neither A nor C was symmetrical around the fold lines.
I could have told you that.
Then why didn't you?
You didn't ask me.
Well, Winnie, thanks for your call, and thank you for watching.
We'll be back, and we hope you will too, Winnie.
I might be. It depends.
Depends on what?
Depends on what my teacher says about my next work of art.
Watch us on Math Talk.
No matter what.
Square One TV Math Talk is a production of the Children's Television Workshop. Funding for Square One TV Math Talk was provided by the National Science Foundation, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, and by annual financial support from viewers like you. To purchase video cassettes or a Math Talk Teacher's Guide, please write to this address.
WSKG TV, Binghamton.
Good evening, I'm Jim Lara. On the NewsHour tonight, the Attorney General's decision to pursue the investigation of President Clinton's fundraising phone calls. The two Americans who won the Nobel Prize for Economics